Well, thank you. Thank you, Michael, for hosting us here today at Detroit Chassis. Really appreciate it. We selected this place because, like me, Michael Guthrie has not given up on manufacturing in the United States and in the state of Michigan. Right behind us, chassis for large motor vehicles such as buses and motorhomes are being manufactured right here in Michigan. Not long ago, these chassis were built in Mexico, as Michael said, where hundreds of thousands of American jobs, Michigan jobs, have been sent over the years. But because Michael believed that he could do it better, faster, and for less money with superior quality, he approached Ford Motor Company and presented a lean operation and a lean design using a 100% labor workforce and brought hundreds of jobs right here to Detroit, Michigan. Detroit Chassis is an example of NAFTA going the other way. In a city with over 30% unemployment, 95% of Detroit Chassis' workforce lives right here in the city of Detroit. Doing a better job with a UAW workforce, all earning a competitive wage and excellent benefits, and a 1%, well, I should say a 99% presenteeism rate, which is the best in the country. Congratulations, Michael, and thank you. And to your partners in the workforce at the UAW as well. This is what Michigan should be all about, and I really appreciate all of you being here. I don't need to tell you that we are in the fight of our lives. Our Michigan is under siege. Today, too many Michigan residents have been unemployed or underemployed for far too long. Too many families are feeling the squeeze of rising costs and declining home values. Too many of our young people are taking their degrees and their talents and leaving the state. Meanwhile, our state politicians spend far too much time on partisan politics, playing the blame game, instead of focusing on long-term solutions. Enough is enough. It's time to make Michigan work again. Citizens across this state have told me that they need a dramatically different kind of leadership at the state capitol. They think their state government is broken, and so do I. Our current leaders have delivered little more than the same old partisan bickering, obstructionism, and gridlock, assuming that the people of Michigan haven't noticed their empty suits. They've presided over budget debacle after budget debacle and state government shutdowns in 2 of the last 3 years, while our beloved state climbed to the top of the list of unemployment and foreclosures, and one-way trips out of state. The urgency of our situation demands immediate action. This is no time for tinkering around at the margins. This is no time for incremental change or meandering through business as usual, a dish served daily at the state capitol. Never before in our state's history have we risen so high only to fall so low. The Michigan I grew up in was on top of every positive list. We were the envy of America and the world. We made the things that make Michigan, that made America great. And we were a brilliant beacon of liberty and prosperity for people around the world who came here in pursuit of their own version of the American dream. People like my 84-year-old father, Virg Bernero, who I'm proud to have with me here today. My dad came here from Italy when he was 27 years old because America was the land of opportunity and Michigan was the place to make it happen. He started a produce business, buying fruits and vegetables at Eastern Market right here in Detroit and delivering them to stores throughout the Detroit and Pontiac area. He got a job at General Motors and worked hard every day to provide his family with our own modest version of the American dream. My daughters call him Grandpa. Wall Street has another name for him, legacy cost. To the brokers and the banksters, he's not a father and a grandfather who worked his whole life to earn his modest pension and health care. He's a cost on a spreadsheet that needs to be dealt with, that needs to be squeezed, and ultimately needs to be cut. And also the Wall Street wizards can leverage a few more debt-for-equity swaps that destroy perfectly healthy American companies and put even more people out of work. Wall Street and Washington just don't care about people like my father or the hundreds of thousands of retirees like him all across this state. They don't care about the people standing here with me today. They do care about maximizing their bonus checks by exporting our standard of living in the name of free trade. They do care about keeping us down and leading us on a race to the bottom that aims to put American workers on the same level as a third world peasant. We were told that globalization and free trade were supposed to raise other nations up to our level, not tear apart the very foundation of the American middle class. I'm tired of hard-working Michiganders getting thrown under the bus in the name of free trade that is neither free nor fair. I've had it with our Michigan being redlined, our businesses cut off from credit, our families evicted from their homes. I think it's time to fight back. My friends, my fellow citizens, it's time to take back our state before it's too late. It's time for a new vision for Michigan's future and a different kind of leadership. It's time for a kind of leadership that says loud and clear, we're done playing games, we're fighting back, because make no mistake, we are in the fight of our lives. It's time to roll up our sleeves and get to work, putting Michigan back to work. It's time to put aside the partisan rancor that poisons our public discourse. It's time to end the insider deals that rob not only our coffers, but our very confidence in government. It's time to put the public interest ahead of the personal and private interest of paid lobbyists. It's time to make Michigan work for us again. Are you ready to get to work? I'm glad to hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, citizens of this great state of Michigan, I'm here to tell you that we can turn our state around. I know we can do it. I know we can do it for Michigan because we're doing it in Lansing. We balanced 4 straight budgets on time without raising taxes and without draining our reserves. We reduced the size of government by nearly 20%, yet we didn't lay off a single employee. Because we made the tough decisions to keep our fiscal house in order, we still have our AA+ credit rating, one of 4 or 5 cities in the state that can say that. Because we left no stone unturned in our pursuit of new job-creating investments, we landed new development projects worth more than $500 million. As a result, our economic input grew faster than all but one other region in the state of Michigan. We created thousands of new jobs to replace those lost in the automotive restructuring. We created public-private partnerships that work, and we diversified our economy into high technology, advanced manufacturing, and bioscience. We did it by leveraging the incredible assets of our world-class research university, Michigan State. And we did it without waving the white flag over our world-class manufacturing facilities. We've done it in the city of Lansing, and now we will do it for the state of Michigan. I promise you, the government we will lead will get results. I believe we can retool our state into a place where our children will want to raise their children. For that reason, I'm here to announce that we want to take our bold approach from the city of Lansing to the state capitol. I'm here to announce that I will seek the Democratic nomination for governor of the great state of Michigan. My friends, the challenges facing our state can't be taken lightly. Leading our state into a more promising future is a daunting task that will require every bit of our creativity, every ounce of our determination, and every minute of our attention. And it will take all of us working together to ensure that we leave no one behind. Yet there are some who don't want us in this race. Even some of the party poobahs tried to tell me that I should get out of the way and let someone else run. Some said they were looking for a candidate with great personal wealth who could pay for the campaign out of his or her own pocket. Some were looking for a well-connected insider. I was a little taken aback by that, of course, and of course, my answer was no. Actually, it was hell no. I'm not standing down because, frankly, I can't believe I'd see the day when my Democratic Party thinks that being rich or well-connected is the most important qualification for standing up and for fighting for hard-working Michigan families. But I'm not running to tear anyone down. I'm running to build Michigan up. And if I'm running against anything, it's a creeping cynicism that says Michigan's greatest days are behind us. I believe a new Michigan is within our grasp, but we need a new plan for a new decade, and I will bring just that to the office of governor. As your governor, we will immediately do 3 things that aim directly at providing our citizens with some room to breathe, some time to get back on their feet. First, we will demand that the legislature get off the dime and pass a 2-year moratorium on mortgage foreclosures.